Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes. So let's turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged.
Hey, it's Arroe, and this is Vocal Defrag. We're not on the path yet, out there on that transition walk. A transition walk is understanding and studying the transitions that we each go through on a daily basis. Your mindset, your mood swings, your happiness, your depression, your questions in life. That's what a defrag is. It gives you an opportunity to be with the universe. Now, the subject today is going to be pretty heavy. I'm not out there yet, but we will be. I've got to get my God on first. I've got to study the Word of God, and then we'll get out there. But this is what came to me at 7:55 this morning. What are we in this moment is nothing more than space taken. It seems dark and totally misplaced until you reach others. That's what was put on my page this morning. And it's like, wow, I need to really dive deep into that thought. What are we in this moment is nothing more than space taken. It seems dark and totally misplaced until you reach others. Now, at 9:12 this morning, I returned to the pages inside this journal. This is my defrag journal. Defragging is asking questions and questioning answers. And I put in there, it allows you to question your personal atmosphere. What are you doing right now that is valuable to the constantly building story? What the author was asking is a simple question. What are we? But nothing. It's not dark unless you aren't reaching others in a time where it's the art of being. Wow. Okay, we're going to talk about this out on the path today. Let me get my church on, and we'll talk about this when we get on the path, all right? All right, we're out on the path inside this forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina. What we are is space taken. God, that sounds so negative, and yet it's empowering. What we are is space taken. I think it was given to me because what we are is an opportunity to make a difference, to step through, to become part of, to develop a relationship, and to weed off what is weighing us down. Vocal defragging gives us the opportunity to ask the questions and question the answers. And while in church, I was questioning myself a lot. Why would I even think about doing a subject that is based on where we are and what we are is space taken? Every day, I am with creative people, and I'm with everyday people who don't realize they're creative people. And I hear people say, I don't have a purpose. I don't have a vision. I don't have a dream. I'm just here. Why did you come here? Are you wasted space? I would like to ask them that question because I think that there is a deeper revelation there to get them to ignite what it is that they want to do. Because we're not supposed to be just walking through life. I am not just walking through this forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know if you can hear these beautiful birds that are creating this amazing jazz above me. I don't know if you can feel the nice, warm 74-degree temperature that is out here with Jazzy and I. But it's not going to be wasted space. Nothing in this forest is wasted space. And you learn from things like that. You learn that everything around you has a story. It has a purpose. And that's the question. Where do you fit in? How do you fit in? If you think of yourself as being, I just got here because I just needed some place to be. That's not the true story. You were searching for something. You needed something. Was it acceptance? Was it to be with community, but you don't want to admit to it? Or you don't realize what it is that you are seeking, but you go to a certain place and you go, here it is. Well, what is it? I don't know. Come on, you know someone like that, right? And that someone might be the image in your bathroom mirror. But where we are and what we are is taking up space. What are you going to do with your space? Do you think it's easy for me to sit down and host as many podcasts as I do? A lot of people don't know my true story, my testimony. I just wanted to reach people. That's all I ever wanted to do in my 43 years of broadcasting. To reach people. Not to read liner cards. Not to sit there and promote a radio station giving away money to one person while 999,000 losers sat on the other end going, I guess I'm just a loser. Taking up space. Those that play the lottery, what are they really trying to do? So many of them say, I just want to win. How much do you want to win? I don't want to win at all. I just want to win something. You're taking up space. You're filling up the space that you have with ambitions that you may never reach. So the question is, what are you reaching for? Is it physically achievable? Is it going to be a difficult walk? Yeah. Nothing's going to be handed to you. There's no such thing as overnight success. So in the space that you are taking up, what is it that you would like to accomplish? What would you like to feel? What would you like to celebrate? What would you like to set aside? Oh God, that's a big one. My wife and I are on this journey right now. We're doing the Swedish death cleaning. The Swedish death cleaning is, we're asking members of our family, if we pass today, would you want this? And if the answer is no, you get rid of it. We are so into the Swedish death cleaning that we have it on our Google Calendar. What day we're doing it and what time we're doing it. The reason being is because we're trying to take up our space and whittle it down to not taking up too much space. But you've got to be able to do that mentally, spiritually, and physically as well. You've got to decide how much space do you really require? And what are you going to do with it? Are you involved with the community? Would you like to be involved with those that are in need? Or, it doesn't even have to go there. Would you like to be involved with people who are involved with other people who are involved with other people? And the outreach is that a victory? It doesn't have to be searching for somebody who's always in need. I learned that lesson. A man of homelessness. I was giving him something. He looked at me and said, I don't need that. I don't need it. I'm happy where I am. I am here by choice. I'm off the grid. I'm living the life that I always wanted to live. And it's not with the weight of someone telling me what to do. So I don't want to receive what it is that you're trying to give. Changed my life. I assumed that anybody of homelessness was always in need. And that's not true. That's not true at all. They are where they want to be. They're in their own space. So on Defrag, I'm asking you the question, why aren't you doing what you want to do? And the process of developing what it is that you think that you need, how much space do you require? And in that space, does it involve other people? Or is it a self-taught journey? Because I want to tell you right now, there's a lot of people out there that are willing to teach you. But more than often, it is us, you and me. We're the ones that decide, I can do this on my own. I believe deep inside my heart, that's where most of us are when it comes to our personal emotions. I can do this on my own. This is my space. This is my time. I don't need anybody else on the sidelines. I've got this. What are you wearing on your face today? What expression? Is it a frown? Is it a candy-coated plastic bathroom mirror smile? Is it true happiness? Is it a resting bitch face? What is it that you're holding on to that we can see in your eyes? Body language tells this martial artist, a third-degree black belt, what the potential of your next step is going to be. I find great pleasure in being in big crowds because my imagination is fed. Where are they when it comes to my personal zones? The same is true about your emotions. Where are you that will infect other people's personal zones? Where you are, what you are, is in a space. And are you taking up too much space in that place? Now, I've got a lot of materialistic friends who feel they don't have enough. I get that. I like having a lot. That's a good feeling. Until the day you do a Swedish death cleaning and you realize all those things you thought you had to have not been touched, looked at, or even been a part of your everyday process for months and or years. This week we're going underneath my house. Our house is built over a hill. Our crawl space is not a crawl space. It could be a living quarters for somebody. It's 12 feet high. There's a lot of stuff down there that I haven't been a part of for 30 frickin' years. It's been sitting down there, taking up space. Where you are, what you are, is taking up space. And it is. But it's going away this week during our Swedish death cleaning. Do I know what it is? No. It's in bags. Bags. There are 2 doll houses down there that my daughter had when she was a child. I asked her, if I die today, would you want them? Yes! Yes! Please! I totally forgot that was a part of my childhood. See? You have a lot of valuable things in your life. But is it valuable to others? I think the same is true with the words that you share. The thoughts that you set free. Is that you've got a lot of space that's been taken up and you feel like there's no room for any more. And I gotta ask you, why? Asking the questions, questioning the answers. It's called vocal defragging. If your computer was all screwed up and moving kind of slow, the first thing you would do is get in there and clean up the junk. But we don't do that with our mind, body, and soul. We just happen to show up every day and wander through a world where we're taking up space. I've struggled with this all day. I did not want to talk about it because it seems so ugly and so cruel to say, hey, you're taking up space. And your space is screwing up my space. So what do you want to do about it? Ask questions. Question the answers. Get to know why, when, where, how. Listen to your inner core. Build up a relationship with that self you are. And do a mental Swedish death cleaning. The physical one is pretty emotional. I'm going to tell you that right now. We first jumped into it during the lockdown in 2020. That was the first level. That means we got rid of the stuff that we really didn't need. Well, we're now at the level where it's getting personal. There's going to be some stuff that's going to go to that dump that is still very, very powerful in my mind, body, and soul. But it's got to go. Because nobody beyond me wants it. Whew. I'm taking up too much space. Admitting it is the first step of a brand new beginning. I'm Arroe, and that's Vocal Defrag.